Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Em and this is going to be what used to be called a weekly wrap-up, but I think I'm going to change it to a reading update. I used to do weekly reading updates in my Instagram stories a while ago, and then I kind of fell out of the habit, but I like having that weekly check-in, so I think I'm going to start calling it reading update. End of the week reading update. I used to do a midweek reading update, but we'll see. This is in flux at the moment. We're going to talk about what I read this week and what I'm currently reading and what I'm hoping to get to in the upcoming week. As far as what I read, I finished 2 books that I cannot talk about because they're for a vlog that I am almost done filming. But this morning I did finish the Scape Racers. This is by Austen Clark, and this was like a Sapphic teenage witch fever dream, and I liked it so much. I think I gave it, I reviewed it on Storygraph this morning, but I think I gave it 4.25 stars only because it's not a super easy entry point. I really like the narration style. I really like the narrative voice. Our main character, Sideways, is so freaking fantastic. I just love her. But there are 3 more like secondary but also almost main characters. They're not the main character, but they're almost the main. Does that make sense? Almost the main characters. Anyways, those 3 were hard to differentiate between initially, and it felt like there were so many of them that it was hard to figure out who was who and what was going on and who I should be paying attention to. So that's the only reason it's not a 5-star, is that beginning threw me off, and it took me a good bit to get into this world. But I loved the writing style in this so much. I loved the language that Clark uses. I loved his voice. I loved how he wrote all these characters. I think Sideways is really a fantastic main character, and her voice was just, I don't know, she's like crass and a little bit rude. She's also super loyal and like fiercely devoted to her people, and I just absolutely loved her. So this starts at a party that Sideways is at, that's being given by these 3 super popular girls at her school. And Sideways is a witch, and at the party those 3 girls get Sideways to perform magic, and the magic works. And then so Sideways and these 3 girls, like, sorry, you're very precariously balanced today. So then Sideways and these girls become friends, and they start to form their own coven. This is a really slow moving book plot wise. There was something that happened maybe at like the 20% mark of the book, and when I was at like the 90% part, I was wondering if we were ever going to get back to what had happened at the 20% mark, and we did. But I haven't seen the movie The Craft, but I imagine this is like The Craft but in book form. I also would watch the hell out of this movie if this was a movie. That would be fantastic. Anyways, really loved it. I don't know what else to say. I really liked it. So yeah, so if you are a YA fan, or you have a YA reader in your life that likes Sapphic witchy books, yeah, check it out. So that's the only book I finished that I can talk about. As for what I'm currently reading, I am currently reading Hotel of Secrets by Diana Biller. I'm not very far in. The way Diana Biller works with me is that I read her real slow until like maybe the 40 to 50% mark, and then I just like binge the rest of the book. I've also been pretty distracted by other books, but yep, this is set in Vienna. I have the audiobook, and I have to say I don't love the audiobook because the author is doing, like, is a Viennese accent a thing? Or like a light German accent? Anyways, I don't love it. The audiobook narrator also isn't super consistent with remembering to use the accent, and so she drops it every once in a while, and I don't like that. But I love Diana Biller's writing. Widow of Rose House is one of my favorite romance novels ever. I also really like The Brightest Star in Paris, so I am sure I will love this. I just need to get far enough into it to be hooked. But so far we've met Maria, and Maria owns this hotel, or manages this hotel that's been in her family for a while, and it's been kind of falling apart, and she has the opportunity to bring it back better than ever. And then she is also going to fall in love with an American who is, what is he? I guess he's a spy. He works for some government agency in the US, but I can't remember which one it is. And so, yeah, we'll see. I don't think anybody writes romance quite like Diana Biller, so I'm really looking forward to like actually having time to get into this book. And then the last one I'm currently reading is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. And this one also took me a minute to get into it. I'm just now over 100 pages in, 111. And I knew, my family is so loud today. I knew that this was told in like journal entries, but I didn't realize it was historical, and I wasn't prepared for how snooty Emily was gonna sound. So it took me probably a good 80 pages to get into this book. I thought about DNFing at like 40 pages, and then my normal rule is to try to get to 50, and then at 50, if I want to DNF, I can DNF. But I try to give a book like a fair shake before I decide to put it down. But I'm finally getting into it. Bramblebee showing up helped a lot, adding some chaos into her life. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm just not sure what I would rate this. This could be a 3-star. This could be a 5-star. We shall find out. And then for the week coming up, I really need to start a nonfiction book. So I think I might start Ejaculate Responsibly because it's short, and yeah, that's all my reasoning. It's short, so it should be easy to read. I'm going to start listening to Booked by Jen McKinley because this is 4 romance novellas. So I figured I can listen to a novella, take a break, listen to a novella, take a break, and kind of spread it, space it out. And then I don't know what else I'm going to start. I might start a Caribbean Heiress in Paris. Because I own a physical copy. It's on my self-destructing TBR list for this month, but I also have the audiobook from Libro FM. It was an ALC, I guess, last year. So I was thinking I might do that. I don't know. I'll be honest. Last night I was watching YouTube and I was already tempted to like trash all of my TBR and just read like super chunky sci-fi and fantasy tomes for the rest of the month. So I don't know why I keep thinking I can do a TBR. I almost always want to go off the rails and do something else, but for now, that is the plan. We will see how this goes. Hopefully next week I will have a lot more books to talk about because I will be done with this vlog that I'm in the middle of filming. The cat wants out. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up so I can let her out of my room. But yeah, hopefully next week this vlog that I'm doing will be finished, and then I can talk about more books. And yeah, wish me luck for this next week. We have a bunch of stuff going on. My daughter has recital for her dance studio, and we are quickly wrapping up the school year. This is like their last real week of school, and I'm like excited for summer because I like it when they're out of school. I like that we have fewer responsibilities. I don't have to make lunch in the mornings anymore. I feel like we can just like hang out and play and do more fun things, but I am also a little afraid for my YouTube filming situation once they are no longer in school, because most of the time I film while they're gone, so we shall see. Fingers crossed. If you are also a parent and you do YouTube and you have tips and tricks for finding recording time, let me know. If you have made it to the end, thank you so much for spending your precious time with me. I really appreciate it. If you would like to leave an emoji, I don't know. Let's do a rainbow. It's Pride Month. Let's leave a rainbow. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this. I hate doing it. It feels so awkward, but please give this video a like and subscribe if you're interested in hearing more from me, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.